Check, check. What's up? What's up? What's up? Coach Bruce in the studio. I want to ask a question right off the bat. Have you ever cried yourself into commitment? That's what I did today. Let me give you a little backstory. So it's funny that I am a life coach, and um, that has a lot to do with getting people to believe in themselves and to believe that they're worth the investment of their time, their commitment, and financially to some degree, money. Um, because I'm not free. Not all the time. I do some stuff free, but any life coach is going to charge you something to help you get your life on track. But I didn't realize how pervasive my own self doubt was. I think that, anybody who has any degree of normalcy is going to have some amount of doubt in them, especially as a life coach, because you are claiming that you have the answers for people. You were going to be able to help somebody that you have little knowledge of get their life in order and on track to living the life that they want to lead. That's a pretty bold claim, and that takes a lot of cojones, as some might say. I am pretty confident in saying that. However, there are still things in my life that I'm still trying to get on track. One of the biggest parts for me is the business aspect. Doing this business is, I love it. Like, it's really exciting. I definitely want to do it full time for as long as I possibly can because I feel like I'm being called to do it. But I didn't realize that my own self doubt was so pervasive that anytime it came to a financial investment in me doing this, the no was almost a foregone conclusion. I felt, but mostly feel pretty often that if I can't do it on my own, then it's just not going to happen. Marketing, taught myself. Build my website, taught myself. Uh, Advertising, taught myself. Build my funnels, taught myself. Part of that is because I like learning. I like to have a diverse skill set. I like to do all kinds of different stuff to help build my repertoire. That excites me. But another bigger part of it that I'm just now uncovering is that I don't I don't trust the process enough to give somebody else money who's got expertise in an area to do it for me. And so after I said my prayers this morning, and I asked God out loud, literally, I said to him, or said to God, will you provide me with the wisdom, the strength, the patience to give myself over to you so you can provide the support I need to grow in this business and to be able to reach and help more people, because I want to have an impact. I want to leave a lasting impact on this world. I want my legacy to be of one who loved and cared about people and made a difference. And that's not about dollars. Like, I want to make a difference in dollars for my family, but I'm not trying to be the richest life coach that ever existed, not even close. I want to have a lasting impact. So, as I'm praying for this, for this wisdom and this knowledge and this support, I'm I'm basically asking God to, like, just divine it into my head, I guess, because otherwise I don't know how I expected to get it. So whenever the Garrett J. White, a wake up warrior, the guy who literally is the reason that I was able to accept the calling of life coaching because of a talk I watched him do that literally it spoke to me in a way that hit every nerve of every inclination that I'd ever had about what I was supposed to be doing with my life. And looked at the camera and felt like he was staring right into my soul and said, "You are being called." And I mean, I want to tear up just talking about it because this is important to me. I feel like this is the life I'm supposed to be leading, and this is how I'm supposed to be helping people. I'm supposed to be helping ADHD adults, parents, dads, whoever, to re-engage in their lives in a way that allows them to like have passion and purpose. I strongly believe that. But it is hard to start a business. It's hard to get yourself in front of the right people. It's hard to say the right things at the right times to get people to buy in to what you're trying to offer. So I was asking God for support. Garrett J. White pops up on my screen. This is the first time I pray for this. Pops up on my screen and is doing free shipping for his book series. Like, I don't have to pay anything except for shipping. And I know that this is a tactic. I know this is how people get you in your funnel, but this is the guy. Like, this guy is, he's not exactly who I want to be, but he has made me realize who I want to be. So I have massive respect for him. And yes, I wanted his book anyway. So I was like, perfect, great, perfect timing. Ordered the book. A few days, book hasn't come in yet, but I'm still having this struggle with needing that wisdom and that guidance to, because finally bringing in some money makes me realize how good it feels to do the thing, to actually be doing live coaching and being paid for it on a regular basis feels really good. But I'm still looking for jobs because I don't have enough clients. I don't have enough guaranteed income to make sure that we're not going to be living in the streets in 6 months. So I got to keep grinding. So I pray again this morning, asking for the similar thing, the wisdom, the guidance, the support I need to continue on this path if it is indeed my calling. And once again, sorry, forgot a piece. Yesterday, I stumbled upon another ad from him, from Garrett J. White from Wake Up Warrior, saying free masterclass today about the literal thing that I was complaining about. I was, I can't get in front of enough people, and I can't convert people into my message because they're not listening long enough. I'm not getting their attention. Anybody who's sat down and have a conversation with me has gained great value from our conversation. I've got dozens of testimonials to speak to that, but getting strangers into my funnel is almost impossible for me. And so Garrett J. White offers a free masterclass to do just that. And I'm like, excellent. Let me take that free masterclass. Of course, free, $10, easy. There's no investment of any sort into myself to do these things. Give a little time. I'm always ready for that. So I go to the masterclass today, sitting in it, and as I'm in the masterclass, we've got a plumber looking at our clean out because there's some backup issues. And as Garrett's making his pitch, because there's always going to be a pitch in a webinar, that's what they're for. They're to give you some information, give you some value, show you how good the person is at what they do, and then say, hey, would you like some more of this? I'd love it if you paid me for it. Total respect for that. I usually walk in like my wall is on lockdown, knowing that I'm going to say no to whatever the offer is, because I have not had any confidence in the fact that I'm going to be able to earn it back if I just had the skills that somebody else could provide, or I was willing to pay somebody else to do something. If I didn't have faith. So anyways, as I'm watching Garrett's pitch, the plumbing guy comes in and tells me, no, it's not just a clog in the drain. We need a full repair of the clean out and this part and that part. Not a plumbing guy. I'm not going to get it exactly right, but it's going to be around $4,500. What? I was expecting to pay like no more than $500 today. And this broke my heart because I was already trying to figure out if there was any way I could swing the purchase of the investing in myself, because I'd asked God for the help. I'd asked for it, and he had delivered. He had said, here's a man who was speaking of God, who was talking about raising leaders and teaching people how to coach, and like literally everything that I prayed about, he said almost word for word at one point or another. And he actually literally, this was also crazy because I thought this was going to be a pre-recorded thing. It was going to feel live. That's what a lot of people do. And then whenever I typed in is there any way that we can do this cheaper, because I just got a $5,000 plumbing bill and I don't think I can swing it. And as I'm, you know, basically finishing out the course thinking, what am I doing here? I don't I don't know. I don't believe in myself enough to do this. He reads my message and he says, Bruce, let me tell you a story. Calls me out specifically and says, like, I know that $5,000 seems like it's going to break you right now, but if you invest in yourself and gain the skills you need, $5,000 won't mean anything to you for long. I was like, whoa. That was that moment where once again it felt like this same man who I felt like had spoken into my heart before was doing it again. He was looking me in the eye through a computer monitor and saying, I am going to help you if you let me. He wasn't asking for $5,000, even though what he's offering was worth $5,000 easily. He's charged that to do this a similar thing for people before. He's not after my money. He's after my commitment, because he's trying to raise up a group of leaders that are willing to tell the truth and shape the way that this next generation of children, fathers, how we all look moving forward. And it was a lot. So ended that, I'm sitting there with the order form open, like, how am I going to swing this? And at the same time getting that bill, and my wife walks in with a credit card and is like, just, I don't want to pay them for that right now. We need to get a second opinion, see what they say, but just pay their service call. So I had a credit card in my hand, and it clicked to me for the first time ever. I actually could pay for this on a credit card, and I'm making money in my business. I could pay it back. Am I willing to make the investment in myself and trust that I'm going to be able to, because it's really not a lot. It's less than $1,000. And the skills that I would gain is really the gap in what I'm missing right now. Like, I've got so many things I'm so strong at, but the gap is being able to get brand new, fresh faces to come in and sit down and have a conversation with me. That's the basically long short of it. So I had a well, before I even had a conversation with my wife, I cried because it felt like I was being pulled between the life I know and the life God is calling me to. And he's made it so easy to make small commitments of $0, $10, less than $1,000 for information that is, to me, priceless. It is what I'm missing, what I've been asking for, what I've literally been praying for, and letting go of that doubt in myself was so difficult that it literally made me come to tears. I talked to my wife first. I didn't just use a credit card and just buy the thing, but I talked to my wife. I said, I feel like everything is lining up, and this is the next step that God is wanting me to take. There's been a lot of signs, not even just the things I talked about, but other signs as well that have said, this is the direction, this is the guy you need to follow. He's got the information that is going to help you ascend to the next level so you can help the people that you are wanting to help. There's a lot. It's been a lot today. That's it. I'm going to wrap it up there. I'm going to go eat dinner with the family. I hope that you're doing great out there. If you need to hear this, it's okay to be yourself, and you should absolutely love yourself.